People pleasers don't look weak, they look kind, reliable, selfless. That's why most never realize what's actually happening to them. You think you're showing love, being helpful, making life easier for others, but deep down you feel invisible, drained, unappreciated. And slowly, without realizing it, you're vanishing into the background of your own story. Today we're going to uncover what so many people miss. Here are the 10 signs you might be a people pleaser, and more importantly, how to stop being one without losing your peace. Before you scroll away, pause. Let me tell you something blunt. If you ignore this video, you're not just missing out on information. You're risking the quality of your life, your relationships, your mental health. Because being a people pleaser isn't just a personality quirk, it's a slow erosion of your identity. And you'll never fully heal what you won't even admit is hurting you. But if you stay and watch till the end, I promise you'll see things more clearly. You'll notice not just the patterns in your behavior, but the parts of you that are begging to be noticed, respected, chosen by you. So let's dive in. Sign number 1. You always say yes, even when it's a no in your heart. It starts off small. Someone asks for a ride, a favor, time you don't have, energy you can't afford. And even as your chest tightens and your shoulders stiffen, the words escape your mouth. Sure, no problem. You don't even hesitate. The guilt of disappointing someone is louder than your own exhaustion. Here's the truth. If you constantly feel drained but can't explain why, it might be because you're living for everyone except yourself. Think about it. When was the last time you said no and actually meant it? Without over-explaining, without apologizing, without feeling like you just ruined someone's day? That discomfort you feel, that's not kindness. That's fear. Somewhere along the way, your inner voice got hijacked by the belief that being liked was safer than being honest. So you abandoned yourself politely. Sign number 2. You apologize constantly. Not just when you mess up, but when someone else bumps into you, you say sorry. When you take up space, when you set a boundary, when you dare to advocate for your needs. Somewhere deep inside, you've attached your self-worth to how comfortable others feel around you. So you swallow your own discomfort to preserve their peace. You think you're just being kind, helpful, and understanding. But what if those traits are slowly costing you your peace? Psychologist Carl Jung once said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." But people-pleasing robs you of that privilege. You become a curated version of yourself, trimmed down, edited, palatable, for the comfort of others. Sign number 3. You fear conflict more than you value your truth. True strength isn't found in maintaining harmony at all costs. It's found in standing your ground when doing so might shake the very room you're in. But people-pleasers fear conflict like fire. You'd rather endure discomfort than cause it. Even if it means staying silent while being misunderstood. Even if it means agreeing when you're internally screaming no. But ask yourself, is that really peace? Or is it just avoidance dressed up in politeness? Sign number 4. You often feel responsible for other people's feelings. You take on more than your fair share of blame. If someone's upset, you replay every interaction, trying to decode how you could have done better. You absorb guilt that isn't even yours. And here's the dangerous part. You begin to shapeshift, managing your personality just to prevent others from reacting negatively. But people pleasers don't realize they're losing themselves until they stop and ask one hard question: when was the last time I chose me? Sign number 5. You agree in conversations just to keep the peace. Even if you fundamentally disagree with something politically, morally, emotionally, you bite your tongue. You laugh awkwardly. You nod. Because speaking up feels like a threat. But every time you do this, you chip away at your authenticity. The desire to be liked replaces the need to be real. And after years of this, you wake up one day not recognizing the person in the mirror. You wore the mask for too long, and now it feels like it's become your face. You're always available, always understanding, always flexible. Yet somehow you're the one left exhausted. Here's the paradox. People pleasers are often viewed as emotionally strong, always there, always composed, never demanding. But that's the mask. Underneath is someone quietly begging to be chosen, someone wondering when it'll be their turn, someone whose boundaries have eroded to keep the facade from cracking. Sign number 6. You seek validation like oxygen, and not just compliments but reassurance that you're not being too much, that you're still loved, that you're seen. You attach your worth to how others perceive you. You bend to be agreeable to be liked, and liked just to feel enough. But the tragedy is this: even when they do like you, you're left wondering if they'd still love the real you, the one you keep tucked under layers of compliance. Have you ever felt like you're screaming in a crowded room yet nobody hears you? That's what it feels like when you're a people pleaser, surrounded by people who adore the version of you they receive, not the person you truly are. And you wonder, will I ever be loved for my raw, messy, unfiltered self? Sign number 7. You have difficulty setting and maintaining boundaries. Let's be honest. Boundaries scare you because they feel like walls, and you've been trained to be an open door. But true boundary setting isn't rejection, it's self-respect. Friedrich Nietzsche said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." And your why can't just be about keeping others comfortable. It has to start including your own voice, your own needs. Sign number 8. Your self-worth is built on how useful you are. You're the fixer, the helper, the problem solver. When someone's in crisis, they call you, and you rush to the rescue because, in your mind, being needed means being valued. But love that is earned only through utility is not love, it's labor. You're not a service, you're a soul, and it's time someone reminded you of that. Sign number 9. You downplay your accomplishments. When someone compliments you, you deflect. Maybe it's modesty, but more often it's fear. Fear of being seen, fear of threatening someone else's ego, fear of seeming arrogant. So you play small even when you've earned the right to stand tall. But playing small doesn't serve the world. It doesn't make anyone truly comfortable. It just costs you more of yourself. Sign number 10. You don't know who you are outside of other people's expectations. This is the deepest cut of all. People pleasers spend so much time becoming what others need. They forget who they were before the world started telling them who to be. What do you really want? What makes you angry? What excites you when no one is watching, judging, or reacting? The truth is, the longer you neglect the answers, the more foreign they begin to feel. Why does nobody talk about this? Why don't we teach children that self-worth shouldn't be transactional? That love shouldn't have to be earned through sacrifice? That setting boundaries doesn't make you selfish, it makes you safe? And that brings us back to you. Because here's what's at stake. If you spend your life living for everyone else, you'll wake up one day with everything they wanted, but nothing you needed. The marriage they expected, the job they approved of, the life that looked perfect on paper, but was hollow on the inside. Like a beautifully wrapped gift that nobody ever opened, including you. So how do you stop being a people pleaser without losing your peace? Start here. Choose honesty over harmony. Let your no mean no without guilt. Let I can't be enough. Practice disappointing people and surviving it, because survival means resilience, and resilience means you are free. Get quiet. Ask yourself, what do I want? Not what you should want. Not what your parents, friends, or society expects, but what you want. Then, and this is important, risk doing it even if no one claps. Especially then. Start saying yes to the things that bring peace, and saying no as a way of making space for your own healing. Real peace isn't the absence of conflict, it's the presence of truth. Speak up, awkwardly if needed, imperfectly if necessary, because your voice wasn't made to please, it was made to matter. You will lose people, but hear me. Anyone who only loved the version of you that never said no, that never asked for more, that never had limits, didn't love the real you in the first place. You will lose people, but you will find yourself, and that is the greatest homecoming of all. Because people-pleasing isn't love, It's self-abandonment disguised as kindness. It's time to retire the role of being everything to everyone so you can finally be something real to yourself. If you've made it this far, I want to know who truly understood the message. Leave the phrase, "I choose me even when it's hard," in the comments. And let's see how many of you really grasp what it means to stop being a people pleaser and start living your truth. If this video made you question something, if it made you pause and really feel something, then like and subscribe, because this is just the beginning of the conversations we need to be having. And remember, you weren't born to be agreeable. You were born to be authentic. Peace is not pleasing others. Peace is choosing yourself and not apologizing for it.